I love to use fitness as an example as one part of my framework around content depths. So a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
really think about mapping their content into the awareness, consideration, and purchase, and then some sort of retention, cross-sell, upsell, whatever you want to call it, particularly if you're in SaaS. And for whatever reason, it's like, oh, that just drops you back into the awareness phase. So I like to map content into depths, conceptual, strategic, and tactical. And the example I give from a fitness perspective is, if you ask someone at a high level, what does it mean to be healthy and fit? They'll tell you that it's some combination of diet and exercise. But the details of that are going to differ if you're yoga world versus runner world versus muscle and fitness magazine. And so at that conceptual, strategic, and tactical level, how you solve that problem, depending on which type of fitness you're into, that's a great way for it to be an example. So I like to do that. I also bring in my hobbies in other ways. I just did a post recently about this concept of a Mise in place in cooking. And it's basically this concept that you set everything out, your ingredients, your pots, your pans, your tools, you set it all out ahead of time so that as you start that cooking or baking process, everything is where it should be. Okay, well, if we think about that from a content strategy perspective, the strategy is the Mise in place. It's having all of those tools like your audience research, like your persona development, like your value proposition, like your channel strategy, like your assets and editorial calendar. It's all laid out so that when you go to execute, you don't miss any steps. You're not having to hunt around. You're not leaving things randomly on the calendar to get spoiled. And so those are some of the ways that I bring in all of those different hobbies directly into my marketing practice.